Chiefs and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends.
Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go from Denver. On the return, it's Laviska Shenault. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. Solid pickup on that first down play. They face second down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. And he will score. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the 1 interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the first down on the Chiefs.
On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down, Kansas City.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. That is hot down the field. It's Worthy. And he will get into the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. And he's had an early impact on this game. Sensational start, and you know they're going to be looking his way more as this game goes on. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jaden Hicks on the tackle. 2nd down and 8. They motion the slot man left. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
A run with Dobbins. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They'll motion a tight end right. They'll try to get the running game going. His 1st carry. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Nix. To the outside. Hauled in by Sutton. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. His kick is good. And the Broncos will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Now, faking the give. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
They put Kelsey in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll look over the middle and find his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Back to the air one more time. He's got it at the 7. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. Remember, this crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. They put Kelsey in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. One of the tight ends in motion right. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to get this down to the 10-yard line.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe? Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. High throw, but it's reeled in. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Nix to throw. Trent McDuffie right there with a tight defensive coverage. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down. The Broncos bringing out their punter. Back deep to receive the explosive Kevontae Turpin. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. 1st and 10. He'll check this down to the running back. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. They'll turn and hand this one off. Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Open man, left side, he's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They put Kelce in motion. They'll look to throw again. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. They'll look to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw to the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Touchdown, KC.
And once they let the quarterback out of the pocket, it just became too many options at their disposal. You got to keep him in the pocket and limit the run option. Once he's out there on the perimeter, Mike, his ability to either throw it or take it in himself, it just puts so much pressure on these coverage defenders and results in an easy touchdown.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Now he'll run. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
They put Kelce in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man right side is Kelce. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They put Kelce in motion. They'll go with him again. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. That is a first National Football League touchdown for this rookie back. That is a moment, Greg, that he will cherish forever.
You got to hope he finds that ball. I can promise you every player who has ever scored an NFL touchdown, they have that first one somewhere. I know where mine is. It sits right on top of my shelf. It's a special moment, and they're hoping it's the first of many for this young back.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. One final throw before the break. He connects with Mims. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. A short throw taken in by Kelce. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
First down, Chiefs.
Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll look to throw yet again. That one knocked away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Rashee Rice, touchdown Chiefs.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for the second half. Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Fighting off defenders here, he'll churn forward and pick up 3.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Nix gonna keep it on the zone read. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
7-yard gain. And the Broncos 1st down.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
The 49-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a give on the ground. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll throw. It's Nix. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is taken in by the defense.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The Chiefs offense ready to take over once more. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air. And with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
Across
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This caught right side by Worthy. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They put Kelce in motion. He'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. A short one caught by Kelce. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Handoff here, up the middle, and that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, KC. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Johnson now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
That's good for the Broncos. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Play action now. It's Nix. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Let's go now. Check.
2nd down. Nix. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long.
3rd and 13.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here's Xavier Worthy and his Kansas City teammates getting set for their next possession. This one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now going to try to polish this thing off here in the fourth. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up second and 9.
He'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs add on to their already sizable lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
On second down, it's Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing, Nix. This one taken in by Chanel. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw is Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Not only do they convert on fourth down, they picked up a quarter of the field. A gain of 25.
That's good for Broncos. First down.
Nix now on first and 10. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Nix to throw. And And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll go play action with Nix. He'll drop this one down to the fullback.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's 2nd and 9. They send a receiver in motion left. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Third down, 3 to go. They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. And back deep is Marvin Mims. Take it in, back at his own 12. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The home team's offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 26-yard line.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. That'll be complete to Dobbins. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To throw is Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll throw. It's Nix. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's pulled in by the Chiefs.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And it would seem as if this 3-game win streak is going to become a 4-game win streak. Still a little work to do in this one as they start 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. It is 3rd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense get a little lackadaisical.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Sutton.